play in tomorrow's championship game, and the losers will duke it out for third. Fordham right away going straight to the basket, trying to get for ACU. Steele, DeGrew, Madden, Simmons, and Ali Deba. And so Fordham will inbound it from underneath their own basket. Jaffe Mador, 7 points, had some foul trouble in the first game here in the Islands. Here's Rivera saving a possession and then throwing it away.
Against what we call the loaded defense of Fordham.
Kyle Rose defending DeGrew. Rose did an excellent job in game number 1 for Fordham, limiting Jamari Thomas in his point production. And right out of the chutes, Arion Simmons with a basket, going right to work.
Love his game. He put a hurting on the Cowboys of Oklahoma State.
There you see the starting 5 for Fordham: Mador, Rose, Rivera, Tasimbila, and Charlton. That rolls off the rim for Tasimbila. Madden with the rebound.
Those guards need to rebound for Abilene Christian.
Hanging is Deba. Charlton back to a wide open Jaffe Mador. And Madden goes up high for the rebound.
Another rebound by the guards for Abilene Christian. Madden had 9 2 nights ago in that win.
This is Deba attacking, working against Tasimbila. A matchup, if you think of the quickness.
They got the switch they wanted, and that's why Deba took in the hoop. He's got to be able to finish those.
There's Charlton. The jumper over Deba. Rebound gets tipped out. Here's Rose.
Kept that one alive.
Steele with the takeaway.
Good start for Abilene Christian. They rebound the misses, have not given up second chance opportunities. Keep your eye on Rose now. He is a lockdown defender.
Offensive foul called on Simmons, going through Rivera. Fordham Rams.
Both those coaches are all about defense. That's how they start their program. That's how they start their practices. One's a more physical, the other one's trying to get out in the passing lanes and get some steals. That's Abilene Christian.
Here's Rivera working against Steele. Steele, good job defending. Rose underneath, kicks it out, and a 3-second violation called on Kyle Rose after the rebound.
Number of turnovers have been hurting the offense here of the Fordham Rams. They're not a pretty team to watch offensively. Defensively, it is a clinic for the Rams. But they at times struggle to make open jump shots. Now Simmons had to go to the bench with 2 fouls for Abilene Christian.
And the game is Aidan Igiehon. And how about Hunter Jack Matt? A 2 and a foul. Foot on the line, give him 2 points. And the foul goes on Rose. College career at Otero Junior College. In his second season with Abilene Christian.
I'm going to call him the MIG for the Wildcats. He's their most important guy in this game.
And comes up with a steal here.
He's got to make some threes, and he's got to get in there and scratch out some rebounds.
Gets a really good look here. That's off the backboard. And now Steele's going to come. Walk into one. He knocks in the 3. Cameron Steele, the senior. 10 points on Friday. A big 3 here before our first media timeout.
Steele was a pick and pop 4-man. That time just walked into a 3. He can hit big shots.
Fordham has turned it over 4 times on this end of the floor. Will Richardson in the game, driving off Guru. Here's Rose now. Kicks it back to Elijah Gray. Can't finish with the left hand.
Wildcats, it's been one and done at the defensive end. They have got on the glass and not allowed Fordham to get any second chance opportunities.
Shot clock at 10. Here goes Deba. And Rose somehow saved that from going out of bounds. A takeaway by Fordham.
They're running some specialists for Deba, trying to get him some ISO shots. Good defense that time by Fordham. They knew that play was coming. I watched them work on it. Brad, another turnover for the Rams.
Steele just tipped it away, and now Deba driving brings us to our first stoppage in play. The foul coming more of a basketball league too, right? Some of the conference changes, maybe moved some teams that would be a little more heavily focused on football to a different conference.
Yeah, they've been caught. We've seen realignment at the Power Fives. There's also realignment in the mid-major areas. And Brett Tanner said, hey, we're all about basketball now in this WAC league. And they're putting resources into their hoops.
Here's to Simbula. Kicks it out and then off the foot of Elijah Gray.
Turnovers with their defense. But Abilene Christian has been very good with the basketball.
Emmanuel Allen in the game for ACU. Pull-up jumper. Smooth stroke from Igiehon, the senior from Dublin, Ireland.
The inside pivot move that you see a lot of post movers play. Igiehon made that one look easy. It's a 12-0 run here. Fordham still with the goose egg.
Here's Charlton out to set up the offense. Inside to Gray. Gray gets tripped by Steele.
Has been a tested Abilene Christian team. Kind of quiet in the warm-up, saw a lot of energy from Fordham. This game has certainly been all Abilene Christian to start.
Here is Richardson getting the roll and putting Fordham on the board. Richardson was a big boost on Friday here in the Paradise Jam. How about that finish from McLean?
They were scoring inside the interior of the Rams defense. You don't see it happen very often.
Foul goes on McLean. Do have for Abilene Christian, Arion Simmons did pick up his second foul earlier in this half.
Had that foul, offensive foul on a screen. Had to sit him. He's a big piece for them offensively.
There's Rivera. Was no passport needed. White sandy beaches. Caribbean waters that you can see through a mile straight down, I feel like. Beautiful waters here. And for 2 weeks, some excellent basketball. Men's tournament this weekend. Next weekend, a women's basketball tournament. Here's Igiehon. Inside, he's going to get called for the foul, grabbing that rebound.
I've been impressed by Abilene Christian. Obviously, they're up 4-2, but they were going after the ball at the offensive end. A little shove before he went up there to get it. Subtle push. A good box out.
6 second chance points.
This is a
their
good
first 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, this is a good Wildcat rebounding team.
Medor back in the game. Swings it over to Dean for 3. Romad Dean knocks it in. He's from the Bahamas.
Feeling right at home. That's one of the things Rams have to do. They got to get some threes to go to open up that inside game.
Romad Dean from Freeport, Great Bahamas. He's on the Bahamas senior men's national team. There's a turnaround jumper. Good for Mo Moneke.
Moneke with a nice turnaround. I tell you, the Wildcats are getting the ball in close. A lot of ball pressure. They're throwing over the top and then attacking.
There's Medor trying to get by Hunter Madden. He does, but can't get the shot to fall, and now Medor's going to get called for the foul, ripping it away from Igiehon.
Igiehon has been a force at both ends to start this game. We talked the physicality of the Rams. We got some physicality from Abilene Christian.
Diba and Steele back into the game for ACU.
Now keep your eye on Diba, 24 and white. They like to run some ISO plays to get him the ball about 15 feet and in. He is excellent first step.
DeSimula back in for Fordham. He is inside. McLean on the kick out. Diba, no.
Oh, good job by Steele. Give an extra possession.
Good vision over to Allen from the corner and steal another offensive rebound. And now Allen wants to attack, and that's blocked by DeSimula. That's what he does.
6 from the Rams, but what it's doing, it's allowing you to reverse the ball. You got a chance to drive it. As this is a really ball-centric Fordham team.
There's a steal by Richardson. Now Diba is going to attack. As it ripped away by Diba.
Good recover by Diba. Here's what he does now. He'll take it at the basket.
Able to finish over to Simula. And with 11 minutes to go, it's 18-5. Abilene Christian.
Diba is a high flyer. He's those guys who loves to get in the open court. Fantastic vertical.
Richardson gets the swipe by Kevion McLean. And for McLean, that's going to be his second personal foul. Timeout on the floor. 10:40 to go. Fordham trying to attack and come back. Abilene Christian, a great start here in the first half.
Cracked windshield on your new car? Bring it to Safelight. My customer was enjoying her new car when her windshield cracked.
My car.
She didn't take it to the dealer. She scheduled with Safelight. We have the latest technology for the newest vehicles. And we do more replacements and recalibrations than anyone else.
Thank you so much.
Don't wait. Schedule now.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
It's here. Black Friday week is live at Target. Hurry, these Black Friday deals end Saturday, only at Target.
本当に2つできると思ってましたか。大谷翔平、夢の向こうへ。
Abilene Christian, a strong start here in this first half. 18-5, leading Fordham as the Wildcats shooting 50% from the floor. Coach, they're 7 of 14, and for Fordham, just 2 for 10, 8 turnovers already.
Well, also, Abilene Christian has spread the wealth around. They've had 7 players already score. We talked about the depth of Fordham. We've seen the depth of Abilene Christian to start this game. You take a look here at the Fordham resume. Rose and Simula both preseason all-conference. I talked to Kyle Rose before the game. He said his goal is to be A10 Defensive Player of the Year. He is a lockdown defender. A couple of new players in Rivera and Medor. Expect some big things out of those two.
Up to the free throw line, Will Richardson, 6'3" sophomore from Teaneck, New Jersey. First free throw is good. 16 starts a season ago. And for Richardson this year, a couple of starts prior to coming to the Virgin Islands, averaging about 9 points per game. Gets a couple.
On Hunter Madden, Montez, good-looking young player, big and strong. Had a good game the other night. He had ball pressure. They're using Diba as the release man.
Madden fires the fadeaway two. Left it short, it goes out of bounds. Rivera checks in. Igiehon checks in. Two fresh bigs, one for each team. Dean checks out and Allen checks out.
Disimbula was mashed up on Diba, so they're using Diba as the release for pressure. Because the big man, Abdu, he's just hanging around the paint, block shots and be the rim protector. A good strategy by Brett Tanner.
Montas wants it inside. He's working hard, calling for it against Hunter Jack Madden. He'll step out, shoot the three. And a foul on to Simbala. And that is personal foul number 1 on Abdu Simbala, the senior from Cameroon. We talked to him after Fordham's victory on Friday. Talked about how he loved going back home, being able to see his family this summer. Back to Cameroon. There's an offensive foul. DeGrew with the shove.
Kyle Rose. This guy is a shutdown defender. Shove off, and he is a pest. He's going to get under your skin.
Well, he really locked up Norfolk State's leading scorer in Jamari Thomas. He did hit double figures, but he took Thomas out of that whole first half and helped Fordham build a 10-point lead at halftime and cruised on to a victory. DeGrew goes up high, and how about Tsimula grabbing that rebound?
Oh, he ran the court to get that one. 2-on-1, missed opportunity by the Wildcats. That's what we want to do. Quick hands, knocked one loose. Couldn't convert the other end.
Fordham has been much better lately, taking care of the basketball. Here's Tsimula inside. That's blocked by Steele. And it goes out of bounds. It's going to be Abilene Christian basketball.
Offensive foul.
So Richardson back on the floor as well, chasing DeGrew. There's a kick to the corner, in and out, and no good for Diba.
Fordham's telling Diba, we're going to give you that three.
Richardson too strong off the window and goes out of bounds. Last touch by ACU. Fordham basketball when we come back. 7:37 to play. Abilene Christian 18, Fordham with 9. It's physical down here in the Virgin Islands.
St. Croix, a vibe like no other.
U.S. Virgin Islands, naturally in rhythm. Your idyllic tropical getaway begins at Belongo Bay Beach Resort on St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We're family-owned and famous for an all-inclusive package, friendly hospitality, one-of-a-kind amenities, and experiences. Explore St. Thomas or sail to nearby islands and swim with sea turtles aboard our custom-built catamaran, Heavenly Days. Relax on the beach or take advantage of complimentary water sports and windsurf lessons. Come discover the Caribbean as it should be at Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas.
18-9, Abilene Christian with a fast start and maintaining the lead. Started with a 12-0 lead in this contest. Fordham has responded, and coach, all of their 9 points have come from the bench. 4 from Richardson, 3 from Dean, and a basket from Montas underneath.
They've really struggled with their starters, and if you look at Abilene Christian, Arian Simmons, a big piece of their offense, has been sitting with 2 fouls. He had 17 points in that win over San Jose State. Can they get through the half with Simmons on the bench so far? Yes.
Charlton attacks the rim. He'll earn a trip to the free throw line. Foul goes on Ali Deba. That is Deba's first personal foul.
They're going to go in there and create contact and draw fouls and get some points from the line.
Richardson guarding DeGrew.
DeGrew's really working to get Abilene Christian in their offense. A lot of pressure.
Deba nearly lost it. Igiehon fires the deep 2. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the boys in white. Through for Abilene Christian.
And McLean's got 2 fouls. We need Hunter Jack Madden back in the game. Offense for the Wildcats.
McLean and Abilene Christian's game against San Jose State. 5 assists, 0 turnovers. Here's Montas from 3. No, to Simbula with a rebound.
Abilene Christian stuck on 18 for quite a while, Brad. They have been stagnated here in their half-court offense.
Scoring drought is now over 4 minutes.
They're getting pushed way out on the perimeter.
Fordham, however, just 1 for their last 8, and there's a basket to get off to Schneid. McLean, the floater in the lane.
Well, nice job by McLean with the floater. That was much needed drink of water for the Wildcats. A little pressure by the way.
Into the game. Coach trusting his senior to be smart with 2 fouls here in this first half. 6:09 to play.
Well, he saw what we saw, a stagnated offense. He's got Madden back in there and Simmons.
McLean, nice feed to Deba. Deba's shot will not fall, and Gray with the rebound.
Deba's has some great looks close to the rim. Have not been able to finish.
Rivera attacks, goes right at Igiehon, but cannot finish.
The Rams are going to take it right at you. They've got to get that thing in the net. They've misfired close a number of times.
Here's Deba driving high off the window for 2.
He is so explosive. You have to be very careful when you close out on Deba because his first step is long and it is quick. There's a blow-by move.
Deba with 6 points now. He's 2 for 7 shooting from the floor. Rivera trying to find Fordham a bucket. Can't do it.
Well, when we saw this team practice Wednesday, I told you, Brad, about Fordham. I said, big physical dudes, but they don't have a lot of great offensive shooters, and we're seeing that here in the first half. They're struggling from mid-range.
3 for 18 from the floor. From three-point land, just 1 for 5.
Keith Urgo will tell you, this is about defense with this team. We're going to grind it out
Medor back on the floor for Fordham as well. Igiehon right before the shot clock gets the roll, and Igiehon with his second basket.
Members roll on that one by the big man. He's going to be able to get that 15-foot shot.
Jaffe Medor works McLean down into the post, and now Tisimbila gets fouled. You see the frustration from Tisimbila. Just Fordham struggling.
He had that team focused. I listened to that walkthrough. He knew everything that Abilene Christian was going to do, trying to impart the knowledge on his players. But you don't get that in New York City.
Well, I want to hear a little bit more about this pickleball game.
Kids about that. Hey, we did a walkthrough overlooking the bay right there in Charlotte.
And
Abilene.
The basketball court lines too. Those weren't there. Those were added by the managers and staff.
I watched
them
taping of that morning. I'm like, what are these guys doing? And the next thing I know, here come the Rams. The funny part is when they fake dribbled, because you couldn't bounce off, so they would like pretend like they were dribbling. And about half the players were out there with no shoes on. They were doing it in their stocking feet. You know, that turf gets a little hot under that Caribbean sun.
Gonna have to show them your favorite beach to move their walkthrough to. Here's Medor trying to find a triple for Fordham. They're now 1 for 6 from outside, 3 for 19 shooting from the floor. As you may think, they're locked into
credit because that shot's going up. We talk about bully ball. They're getting some bodies on those maroon jerseys, not giving up second chance opportunities to the Rams.
Ali Diba over to Igiehon. And Aidan Igiehon has played so well with Arion Simmons on the bench with 2 fouls.
Well, we always talk about putting a stone in your oatmeal, messing up your scouting report. The big boy is hitting some shots. You're going to have to out-guard him. Igiehon.
Rose for 3. Still won't fall for Fordham. Here comes Diba. This is where he is dangerous. The high flyer. Too strong off the backboard, though. Too much speed.
And Diba is a track star that couldn't finish.
Here's Tisimbila working against Igiehon, and finally Tisimbila with his first field goal of the game. Give him 3 points total after an 0 for 2 start.
I would go back to that big man again. There was no double team. Let him go to work in the paint.
DeGrew's going to get called for a travel. Looked like
comes in this game shooting from distance, 3 of 20. They are not guarding him. It's the old term, they're dorking Diba. And Tisimbila just stand in the paint.
Still able to use his speed and get around defenders as Medor with a basket. As Fordham was 1 for their last 10 before that make.
Now take a look at number 30 now. He's not going to leave the paint, and he's guarding Diba. He's challenging him right there. Diba's not going to take the bait. But it gives them the release man. There's the release.
Steal over to Diba, and Diba goes right at Tisimbila.
I like what Diba's doing, Go. He's a release man, and you can get a head of steam and take to that counter.
Minute 24 to play here in the first half. The first semifinal of the 2023 U.S. Virgin Islands Paradise Jam. Second semifinal coming up later today. Kent State and Missouri State. Medor, his pass deflected by Steele, and
Steele put his arm out with his back to basket. Really good defensive move by Steele.
DeGrew gets blocked, but a whistle for a foul.
Managed his bench very well.
Hunter Madden out, JV seat in. Final minute of this game. Here's Richardson, left open. He'll fire the 3. Left it short. DeGrew with the rebound and then lost it out of bounds.
And we have our 2 teams, the semifinalists, and then another great one later on tonight. Missouri State from the Valley against Kent State from the MAC.
Well, this Abilene Christian defense held San Jose State down in the lower 30s for a shooting percentage in that second half after a red-hot first half. Average 8 points or more.
Well, big bench production here in the first half from Abilene Christian.
And a timeout taken by Fordham for head coach Keith Ergo to talk through.
Last time out.
Fordham has been able to grab a few offensive rebounds, but it seems like that Wildcats defense just strips it away once they bring it down waist level. So final seconds of the first half.
See a high ball screen was my guess.
There's Gray in trouble. Now to Simbala. I don't think he got it off in time. Wave it off. Steal possessions is the name of the game for Coach Tanner and company. And Abilene Christian begins with a basketball as we start the second half.
I give a lot of credit to Nazir McGrew. He has fought pressure, has not wilted under it.
Ariane Simmons misses the opening shot of this second frame. Here's Charlton in trouble in the lane. And now 15, Medor goes to work. Nice dish to Simbala, the two-handed stuff.
Well, you asked me what do they need to do. They have to get Jaffe Medor going because he can penetrate, get some defensive players to step up and get him some easy baskets on that last play. Need more of that dribble penetration.
Deba, he's going to let a three-pointer fly, left it short, grabbed by to Simbala.
Now you remember what Coach Tanner told us at halftime. They didn't want him shooting it on the first, some easy baskets for his bigs.
Simmons has it knocked away, and it's going to stay with ACU. Good effort there from Antrell Charlton.
Now that is Medor's first assist on that last possession. Now here's that defense. You cannot put the ball out in front. That is like dogs going to a piece of raw meat. The Rams are going to come after any loose ball handling. Now Kyle Rose has been all over the point guards for Abilene Christian, but they have not turned it over in the live court.
There's Deba. Hunter Madden has to fire the three, and Medor gets called for the fire. Head coach.
That's a big one, Brad. That is a huge award. Those rookie head coaches, and Coach Keith Ergo has paid his dues on the staff at Villanova. There's that penetration we talked about.
Simbala was in the dunker zone again. Here's Medor, though, the offensive rebound.
Medor's got to have 5 assists this half for the Rams to win this game.
Rose now. 4 of them from the free throw line in this game. He was 4 for 4 from three-point land in the opening win over San Jose State. Shot clock to 10. And out of bounds.
Hunter Jack Madden, he almost gets the steal, then he turns around and lifts and puts the water bottles back up for the Fordham radio crew.
He is an everyday guy, does everything every single day.
Love that kid.
Here's Rivera.
Simmons got to be careful. Can't pick up that third.
Rivera right before the shot clock hits 0. A big basket.
Huge. Rivera with some great patience.
DeGrew left open. He'll launch the 3. Rebound inside by Simmons, and Simmons' putback is good.
That's what the big man does for you. You can't move him off the block. Simmons and he has a great soft touch. And there's our guy. He's got to and keep him out of the paint.
And Fordham's win over Norfolk State too. Medora in foul trouble early, finished with just 7 points in the tournament opener.
Well, they brought him in to do what we seem to do in the second half, create opportunities.
Deba, left side drive, got an easy 2.
Well, what Brett Tanner told us, reverse it, then let him drive it. He's got a head of steam, Deba, but he has to resist going on the first catch. That was a great analysis by Brett Tanner at halftime in our interview.
Simula with his back to the basket working. Here's Medora. Charlton doesn't fire it. Now gets the open jumper, and Simmons the rebound ahead to Deba. Deba so dangerous in transition. Right-handed layup. It goes. Wow.
Plays like an Olympic track star. Great end-to-end speed.
Ali Abdu Deba has 6 siblings. All of them play basketball. Abrima is at Coastal Carolina. Here's the Simula. It's 2 strong points inside. That's the lead back to 15.
The Simula's got to try to take this game over on the inside, and Medora has to be able to take the game over on the outside for Fordham to have a chance to win this.
Simmons goes up over to Simula, but he affected that shot. Gets the rebound. Now Rivera, 6'6", runs it so well.
Strong, powerful finish. Sophomore. Come out of Lafayette, where is it all Patriot League selection, and he generates some offense for the Rams.
3-point try from Steele goes through. Just the second 3-pointer of the game for Abilene Christian, and it pushes the lead to 16.
Good job by Kavan McLean to draw off 2 defenders. And Steele just slides over to the open wood.
And again, a nears for the Fordham Rams. Still down by 14. Here's Richardson, has to fire it with the shot clock winding down. Gray, the offensive rebound. And Gray works around Igiehon, drug his pivot.
Just under 10 a game. And remember at the end of the half, they ran that play, ISO play for him in the elbow. Weren't able to score with it, but boy, it's a great
That's a play by McLean there to throw it off Richardson.
Yeah, that was going to be a turnover. McLean out of Howard College, one of the great JUCO programs in Texas.
2 years ago, back in the 21-22 season, he was second in all the NCAA. 231 assists, and there's a 10-second violation called on McLean.
Played around with it too much. You can't play with McLean.
Sometimes it throws a lot of players, though, when the ball goes out of bounds in that backcourt. You think you've got a fresh 10 seconds.
Spoken like a true guard there.
I may have been.
It may have
I've
happened
drawn
to
a
you.
couple whistles like that before. Gray, no. Igiehon with the rebound.
Igiehon has been really good for this Abilene Christian team, both ends of the floor.
There's good defensive hands. This trip creates the turnover. Now Rose. Over to Montas, working against McLean. He's so strong, loves to go inside.
A lot of one-on-one activity at Fordham. I know he had a mismatch there. Montas, you've got to convert. Rams have done a really good job of locking up Hunter Madden.
Enters for Steele for ACU.
There's a stat on our sheet that's got fouls drawn. Check out Deba. That is his 5th foul that he's drawn. And he's a tough matchup with so much speed.
Well, he's attacking almost every trip down the floor. To Simbala two, and dunk.
Can't leave him open.
Simmons for three. Rebound to guess who? Hunter Madden. And there's Igiehon challenged.
Oh, missed opportunity. He's got to get that one through. Starting to swing a little bit toward the Rams here. You can feel the momentum starting to swing. And you talk, Keith Ergo and even Brett Tanner goes, hey, it's 40 minutes. They're going to keep bringing bodies in for Fordham, try to wear you down. This is a mentally tough team.
This is a foul that goes on Montas. And here's the block. Igiehon to Simbla. Oh, he came up through the middle
Correct.
of the cylinder.
You cannot do that. That is.
Should have been goaltending.
Yes.
I did not see that real time.
Neither did the three guys out there with whistles in their mouth.
There's a three from the corner for Allen, and Allen knocks it in.
Big basket. Big basket for Abilene Christian, because they'd been in a dry spell. Momentum was swinging toward the Rams as they're getting more and more penetration in the paint.
Allen made just one of his first 6 3-point attempts this season before that shot. Richardson too strong.
Cannot settle for a 17-foot jump shot with no pass. Got to move the ball to the second and third side.
There's Allen now by his defender. Igiehon likes that mid-range jumper, and there's Hunter Jack Madden. Grabs the rebound, gets fouled. I think he tried to throw it back up towards the rim. I don't know if they're going to give him 2 free throws here or not.
There's no way at 6'2", Jack Madden should be getting that offside rebound.
47-32. Madden in the loser will play at 6:45 local time, 5:45 Eastern time zone in the third place game. The second semifinal coming up later today, Kent State and Missouri State. Kent State took care of Hampton. Missouri State beat Florida Gulf Coast.
2 assists for the Rams, one by Medor and one by Will Richardson. They need more.
Richardson adds another to Simbila. Good for 2 and another dunk for number 30.
That's what the Rams need to do. Get the kick out, guards, drive it, dish it, and let the big man to Simbila finish.
The group goes inside. Simmons challenging to Simbila. Simmons just 4 points, sat a ton in the first half, and here's an offensive foul on Abdou Tasimbila, who's leading Fordham with 11 points, 9 rebounds in this game.
Oh, his goal is to average a double-double. There's that feed inside. The penetration. A little gravy on that biscuit.
Putting on a show for the Beach Zone.
He's got to make a living off 0, Medor, and number 1 Richardson.
We saw Brett Tanner there about the job he's got his Wildcats doing in this game. Charlton grabs the rebound.
If anything, DeSimbila needs to be more selfish. He needs to get those and take them back himself.
DeSimbila tries to throw it off of Igiehon. Here comes DeGru now. ACU in transition. Back to an open Madden for 3. Left it short, and it's knocked out of bounds by Deba. And Fordham comes up with a stop.
That's a rare miss by Hunter Jack Madden. He was wide open as he trailed in behind his point guard, DeGru. Misfired badly. I tell you, Abilene Christian's they've been holding off this 14 points. The Rams trying to make a charge. Abilene Christian keeps answering, keeping this double-figure lead.
There's Medor, adds 2 more to his total. As Medor now with 8 points for Fordham.
He's got to get 10 and 5 assists. I tell you, they're going to win. He's got to make plays.
Fordham shooting much better in this second half. They shot 20% in the first half. They're at 44% here in the second half and starting to come up with some stops on this defensive end.
There he goes.
The door is going to go to the second free throw from Mador makes it a 10-point game at 48-38.
Fordham's got some energy now. You just kind of feel that they're taking Abilene Christian out with some of the things we want to do offensively. And there's they're not guarding Diba.
Now Diba along the baseline. Goes inside. Igiehon.
Some of those shots inside are starting to fade on now, Brad. Abilene Christian, before they were taking them strong to the basket. Now they're getting a little tired. Legs starting to fade.
Gray grabbed the rebound on the other end. Puts the shot up here. Charlton working against Madden. Goes across the rim and draws the foul. And Charlton. Diba still the leading scorer for ACU with 12 points. Igiehon has 8.
Had a couple chances to get this to single digits.
McLean guarded by Riley. Approaching the 8-minute mark. Here's Simmons. Simmons been handled nicely. Diba, though, he's got 14 now. And here's a foul, I think, on Diba on the inbound. And they may look at it to see if the inbounder still misses his first and misses the second. Charlton struggling at the free throw.
They are running in mud at times.
There's Richardson and to Simbala.
Get some penetration. There we go.
Offensive rebound. And then trying to get it out to Richardson. Throws it into the Fordham bench. Just 6 points out of those 14 offensive rebound possessions.
Yeah, and that's part of their offense. You'll throw it up and go get it, but they're just not converting. Oh, almost a carry by the little guy. Here he comes.
Diba high off the glass, give him 16 points. His 6th field goal of the game.
Boy, he's got a huge advantage. He's going downhill, and the big man, Simula, what can he do? The guy's coming at him. He's a high flyer. He's already up around the rim when he gets to the backboard.
Oh, Gray, a nice spin move, but left the layup short.
Diba's been really good. There's a few times he's probably gone too fast. But in the course of this game, Ali Abdu-Diba has been a spark plug for Abilene Christian.
Here's Kavion McLean. Over to Simbala, gets it to fall. That's 5-9 on 6-9.
Got the separation. McLean was starting. They lost that game to Prairie View A&M. Brett Tanner not only started playing his own music at practice.
That's right.
He had Kavion McLean sit down and brought in DeGrew to run the point as the starter.
There's Diba coming away with the steal. Now Madden wants to slow it down and get it to McLean. Here's McLean, a little hesitation that time. Tip in by Simmons. And a timeout taken by Coach Ergo as Riley tried the 3 with numbers.
WAC's going to get the reputation as one of those teams you don't want to play if you're one of the major conferences, especially on a neutral court.
McLean into steal, working against Rose, throws it out. This is Allen for 3. Charlton the rebound. And Riley throws it away.
Picked up his dribble, nowhere to go.
3:35 to play, and Abilene Christian extended the lead to 21 points now, and seems like they're in a clock management mode to try and punch that ticket to the Paradise Jam championship game.
The 2 point guards we talked about for the Rams, both on the bench, Adore and Richardson.
Rose can't get the basket to fall, but he'll be at the free throw line when we come back. 3:06 up on the clock. It's Abilene Christian 59, Fordham 38. It's the semifinal of the 2023.
Offensive rebounds. They've only got 3 assists in this entire game. They've played a lot of one-on-one. Just has not had an efficient offense. 14 of 50 from the field for the Rams. Now they're dominating the glass, which we thought they would do, 41-29. But if you can't convert those 16 offensive rebounds into points, you've got a problem.
Well,
that's a big stat. It's been kind of a quiet 18. There hasn't been a lot of breakout ones. A lot of those have been in the half-court offense.
they came in bunches, maybe the first 8 to 12 minutes of this basketball game, but then it hasn't always been back-to-back. And Fordham has shot the ball better here this second half, shooting 34%, but shot just 20% in the first half. Igiehon, he had a big first half, 8 points, loses that rebound out of bounds. And
I thought he got him off to a take the charge for me. Give up your body for me.
You told me the rules have changed now. I can't get a charge anymore, so I'm getting out of here.
We got to also talk about Ali Abdu-Diba. He has been magnificent at the offensive end for Abilene Christian. 18 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple assists. He's let the game come to him throughout most of these 40 minutes.
Jameer Tripp working along the baseline. Tough shot up, gets it to fall, and draws the foul. Foul goes.
Shooting the basketball. We're going to be built on defense, physicality, and depth. Their offense will come as this season progresses. As I've often said, it is a marathon, not a sprint. You come to these tournaments, get these 3 games in 4 days to find out about your team, the strengths, weaknesses, what we need to get better at. And also as a coach, you look at yourself, what do I need to improve to put my team in the best position to win games?
Montas fires the 3. There's a rebound for Allen. Fordham 1 for 11 from three-point land today.
One of the keys I gave them early. Got to get some threes to loosen things up. They really have 2 players that can get penetration. That's the 2 point guards. Richardson and Madore.
Oh, McClain, nice feed to Simmons. Simmons missed it with the left hand. Now Tripp in transition, the lay-in good for 2. Tripp a couple baskets here late.
Yeah, smart move there by Abilene Christian. Do not foul and get the clock stopped. It is your friend right now.
On the front end, rolls out.
He's missed a couple free throws. And they've got some good minutes out of Kavion McClain off the bench.
Richardson for 3, no. Tripp, offensive rebound, draws the contact on Igiehon.
It is difficult not to foul Fordham because they force their bodies right into you. And they have such great...
Came into the game Also, Deba about to check in, but Tripp with a free throw first before we make it official.
Well, we've seen 2 impressive wins and 3 really good halves by Abilene Christian, starting with that second half against San Jose State, where they outscored them by 16, able to carry that over the early start here against the Fordham Rams. And Fordham got it down to 10, and we saw Abilene Christian answer that challenge.
Fordham had some opportunities here too. A timeout taken by Abilene Christian with 1:03 on the clock. 59-45. Well, coach looking at the Paradise Jam field. The games we saw, Fordham and Abilene Christian both coming off of a win in the opener. Kent State, Missouri State are also coming up as they were victorious on Friday. Kent State took care of Hampton. Missouri State beat Florida Gulf Coast. Here you see it. Your 2 semifinals here on the right. The winner to the championship game, and that will be Abilene Christian, who will improve to 3-2 with the victory today. Fordham will be evened up at 2-2 on the season.
I really like this next game coming up, Kent State, Missouri State. These are 2 teams very evenly matched personnel-wise. Kent State with a little more depth. Ohio, Missouri Valley versus the WAC. And you saw that timeout there. Both these coaches are still coaching. You're looking at opportunities that you're going to see later in the season and in conference play. And you still want your team to execute here even in the last minute.
McLean putting on a dribbling clinic. This is Madden now. Reverse layup rolls off the rim, and Montas grabs the rebound. Final 30 of this game. Best working against Deba. Deba comes up with the takeaway.